So I've been interested in rights issues for a long time, and I've been engaged in issues around women's rights and children's rights in the law. And about 10 years ago, I really kind of put it together with my work that I had done on a volunteer basis on aging. As well, I think people who have strong relationships with their grandparents are informed by this. So for me, it was a combination of rights issues, personal relationships, and an interest in justice. There's so many issues in elder law generally that, of course, it's always a challenge to do so. I think in our themes we've been looking, and my research personally has looked at roles of rights or rights denial, capacity and vulnerability, and the way that ageism is infused in our laws. You know, I've been working as a lawyer since 1998, and before that I was doing political science. And so I think these ideas together have been interested. And when I've worked in the law, I've worked in a couple of different capacities. I've worked helping to set up a pro bono clinic on elder law and elder rights, the first one in 25 years. So I've done that on the ground work. I've worked advising other lawyers, and I work as a researcher, of course. So all of these areas inform my research. The Canadian Centre for Elder Law works across the country and around the world, which is lovely. So in the last year alone, I've been in 11 Canadian jurisdictions, and I think about as many countries, talking about what we're doing. So much of elder law is provincial and territorial. And so while the themes may be the same across the country, the execution very much is informed by the local jurisdiction. I live both in Vancouver and Toronto, but we spend a lot of time in all the different jurisdictions. So my PhD is interesting. It speaks to the field because while I'm doing my PhD in law, which is an unusual degree because the teaching degree is mostly in LLM, I'm doing my doctorate in law, there was nobody in the law school that could supervise me. In fact, there was really no one in the country that could supervise me because they didn't know about aging. And in aging, they said, well, we don't have anyone that knows about law, really. And so the intersection of such, I have two supervisors because of that, which I'm very fortunate. My research will sit at looking at a rights analysis for elder law and elder rights, and I'm looking at how consent and capacity work with social vulnerability in our legislation. So our laws, I don't think, are good enough or flexible enough looking at consent capacity and social vulnerability.